All right, what's up, guys? Sanch here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Bodybuilding News Today. In today's episode, we're going to be going through the potential first and second place callouts for the 2020 Romania Pro, specifically Regan Grimes versus Lionel Beyeke. So if you're interested, make sure you stay tuned. And if you guys are new here and you would like to watch more bodybuilding news in general or contest prep update videos, you can check out the rest of the channel and subscribe for more. But besides that, let's get right into the video. We're going to start off with a traditional side-by-side comparison. I know you guys like to have me do these, so let's start off with the front double bicep. On the left, Regan Grimes recently, a couple weeks ago, at the 2020 British Grand Prix. And on the right, we have Lionel Beyeke from the 2017 Arnold Classic. Now, this isn't his most recent showing, but this is, in my opinion, his most recent best showing. So I wanted to give you guys an idea of what Lionel Beyeke could look like if he brings good conditioning. Obviously, 3 years of training can put on some good muscle for him, but we're just going to compare the apples to oranges as they lie. So with the front double bicep, now obviously Regan is going to be having that vacuum pose, so it's going to be a little different, but legs is going to go to Lionel. He has bigger, more conditioned legs. Saying that, Regan does have more separations and cuts moving up towards the posing trunks, but I think that Lionel's legs as a whole look more aesthetic. Midsection, typically I would give it to someone who can hold a vacuum pose, but honestly I would actually put Lionel's midsection over Regan's. And upper body, chest, and arms, I'm also going to have to give it to Lionel. He has much more dense, mature muscle bellies than Regan. Regan's chest looks somewhat flat, and his arms, biceps also look flat and washed out, respectfully. Front lat spread, I kind of want to give this one to Regan just off of size, but then you look at Lionel, even though he's not hitting the shot in the best way possible, he has the volume, the muscle density, the muscle maturity, the muscle in the abdominals is popping and looks very good, and the legs look more pleasant in my opinion. So I'm going to give Lionel the front lat as well. Now the back double, now this is really where you would go with Regan here. He has, looks like more muscle density, more size. The legs are more conditioned. The glutes are more conditioned. You really would be crazy not to give Regan this shot. The only caveat I have is Lionel's midsection looks much more aesthetic. And then also just the way his back forms, the way it flows, I like Lionel's better, but I am going to give Regan this shot just because of everything I just said. Side chest, this one's a tough one. You have a little bit more conditioning with Regan compared to Lionel, but then you also look at Lionel's muscle bellies, the big Phil Heath chest, big round shoulders, and full bicep peak. You can see a bicep peak on Regan. You can see that he has biceps with that vein there, but it just doesn't look as popping as Lionel's. Also with Lionel's quads, they just look a lot bigger in this shot. Respectfully, Regan does have better calves, so this is really a toss-up here. I like Lionel better in this shot. I think he has more muscle density and more full. His physique looks more full compared to Regan. Now, I couldn't find an ab and thigh from the British Grand Prix for Regan Grimes, so I used his other shot from the Spain Pro, the Europa Spain Pro this year, not even a month and a half ago, so still relatively the same level of conditioning, debatably worse. And this one for Lionel, really dark to see. It's hard to tell really anything that's going on here. He has bigger chest muscles. He has bigger arms, more vascular forearms, but Regan does have a much better complete midsection. You can see it a lot better. And his leg definition all the way to the posing trunks cannot be ignored. The most muscular variation, you have hands together, clasped, some people would say, and then for Regan Grimes, you have the hands on hips, most muscular, which in my opinion, I like Regan doing this one more than his other shots. It really accentuates the fullness, whereas with Lionel Beyeke doing his, it emphasizes the round shoulders and the full pecs. In this shot, Lionel is really contracting the legs, making everything look very nice. And this one's a big tough. This one's a toughie too. I almost want to give this one a tie just because they both have very good conditioned legs and they just look so great. But my eyes just go to Regan, so I'm gonna give Regan this shot. And lastly, we have the back lat spread. Now, this one is really a take-home shot for Lionel Beyeke. I think that Regan has good density in his back, but respectfully, no conditioning. And then the legs look good. He always has good hamstring piano wiring definition there, and his glutes look good as well. It's kind of actually a good toss-up because Lionel has zero conditioning in the lower body. He was not holding or contracting that at all. And then it looks almost like Regan has zero conditioning in the upper body. So they kind of complete each other. If you could glue them together like those Phil Heath, Kai Green compilations that Fernando Arroyo does on Instagram, or at least he used to. He used to do stuff like that all the time. And kind of this would be a good one, Fernando, if you're watching. You should do a combination of these two guys. I know the skin colors would be kind of confusing, but who knows? Maybe you could do it. But that's pretty much it. I honestly think that this is Lionel's show to lose. If he doesn't bring enough conditioning, I think that they're going to give Regan that nod. Although Regan does have very good stock coming into the show, he's done very well. He's really done a great job at marketing the sport of bodybuilding, so judges are going to keep that in mind. And if you think that judges don't have politics, you're crazy. But really, Lionel, this is his show to win. If he doesn't bring the conditioning he needs, then Regan's going to win it. I'm very excited to see if Regan can win a show. That would be very good to see. I know he's been, it almost looks like he just can't catch a break. Every time he's close to winning a show, someone hops in or someone just beats him out just barely. It's a struggle. So best of luck to these two competitors. I hope that they do well, and I hope that they really bring great packages to this year's Romania Pro. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Bodybuilding News Today, or you enjoy contest prep update videos in general, consider subscribing. We have lots more content coming out in the near future, and there's also plenty of content on the channel. Go ahead and check it out. And if you guys would like to support me on a personal level, as always, go to goldenarrownutrition.com and you can use my sponsored code SANCH15 at checkout. And if you guys would like to try anything else supplement related or apparel related, you can go to sups.com, SUPPZ.com, and you can use my Armed Forces Ambassador code SANCH10 at checkout. And that'll do it for another episode of Bodybuilding News Today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.